Today is Friday, in case you didn't know.
An entire week of neckbeard going so far.
Ooh,
A lot of
that's
neckbeard.
nice.
Mm-hmm.
The beard looks good though.
Yeah, mine does too.
Those hormones.
Very close shave you got there.
Thank you. I've actually never struggled with facial hair, so that's nice. That's a blessing.
What a blessing.
blessing. Yeah,
What a
it is a
blessing.
blessing. Yeah.
So Tony, Jake, and I saw some really crazy statistics that said that the sale of guns is like through the roof, as well as the sale of cruises. And
ammunition is gone, from what I understand. I mean, it's very difficult to get ammunition. So
I'm sure when this started, people went out and stocked up like they did on the TP, but that doesn't make the news.
No.
But so the gun thing, I did not understand. You two brought some points to life on why you think gun purchases have gone up.
I'm pretty sure gun purchases go up anytime there's a like a worldwide situation, because people are just, you want to be ready. It's not a panic thing. I don't actually think somebody's going to come breaking into my garage, but if it does happen, I don't want to be caught not ready for it.
Right.
Yeah, that's true.
Even during like when people know hurricanes are coming, maybe or rough weather is on the way, even then they'll buy guns, because you just don't know. There are always it's a small population that's going to start looting, but they're there, right? So
yeah, that's true.
I think,
and a lot of times it's people who don't care and are taking advantage of the situation, but sometimes it's just desperate parents, like their kids are hungry. You can only handle a crying, hungry kid for so long, before something breaks, and you got to go help yourself to those who are more fortunate.
Right.
Yeah.
And I think, before this all took place, I thought that's not ever going to happen in America, but I think this wakes us up to a lot of things, not to live in fear, but we now realize that I think at least for me, and I've always been a hypochondriac. So, I've always thought of life as pretty fragile, but this thing really woke me up as to just how tiny we really are. I mean, we're not as invincible as we think we are, especially in America. We think, this happens in third world countries. This doesn't happen in America. It's here, alive and well. So,
and our lifestyle is fragile too. Like anything can upend it. Just a simple thing like this, and I had internet troubles this morning. I was like, my life is going to be so affected today just because I was having internet troubles.
Yeah.
Did this kind of wake? I'm sorry, Jen. Did this kind of wake you guys up to really how poor money managers, not just us as individuals are, but the major companies in the world and the government? I mean, we couldn't go 2 weeks. 2 weeks. They're already laying people off. 200 people in radio got laid off yesterday. What does it say about our major companies that they can't go a week or two and take a loss? That they have to start firing people right off the bat because they don't have enough money in the freaking bank. Out of $1 billion company doesn't have enough money in the bank to take a loss for a few weeks.
Because $1 billion companies are owned by companies. They're owned by stockholders, and those stockholders got to get paid. Like it's the officers that they elect to put in charge. They have a fiduciary, like literally a legal responsibility to make sure that the investors get paid.
But what if, you're an investor, I'm an investor, right? I mean, we have 401ks or whatever.
I don't know what's in it, but yeah.
Not me either. But mine, I guarantee you mine is not very big. But anyway.
2, and I don't know where the other one is.
Yeah, that's because you have a great wife and you trust her.
She doesn't know either. I literally have a second one that's out there, and I don't know how to get it.
I think I might know more information than you because your wife has been forwarding me emails from your financial advisor.
Oh, yeah. Great, by the way.
They have some really.
He's amazing.
They have some really good tips.
If they would write me a letter from I invested in Alaska Airlines. So if they wrote me a letter and said, Mr. Russell, we can either take a little bit of a loss. Your stock's going to go down maybe 20%, or we can lay off 1,000 people. Which would you prefer? I would say I'll take the loss for a while. Give me the loss. Keep the people employed. We'll get back. Everything's going to be okay, people. I mean, eventually it'll get back. But they don't look at it. You're right. They don't look at it this way. And the stockholders that are invisible to management and to CEOs, they don't know who. They have never met these people, are more valuable to them than the people they see at work every day. And that just breaks my heart. And it makes me not want to work for a publicly traded company, which I'm glad we don't. It brings in a whole new load of crap when it's public, when you work for a publicly traded company. You're right.
Yeah. And I just don't think.
All right, I'm off my soapbox.
No, I don't think that's so much of a soapbox. I don't think it's as simple as that, because I think a lot of the times when profits come into a business like that, it's not as if they're choosing to pay the investors. The money's already out the door. There's not money. There's not a safety. There's not a savings account somewhere for a rainy day fund like that. That money's already gone. And maybe poor management.
That doesn't seem to make sense to me. Why you wouldn't have it? Yeah.
Well, I think this could be, which I'm really quite shocked that after the stock market crash, I'm sure a lot of companies took a look at their budgets and went, "Whoa! When stuff like this happens, here's how
we gotta be ready.
We got to be ready." So I'm really shocked because, I mean, obviously a personal budget like mine, and I use the Dave Ramsey system. We've got an emergency fund that covers any emergency purchases, or if there's if there's an emergency that's like medical or auto, the emergency fund covers what the deductible would be. So I'm not like going into debt or putting my budget into like it's spiraling out of control just so I can take the extra money and pay to actually get the insurance that I've been paying for all this time. That money is set aside. So it seems so simple for a personal budget for somebody to be doing that. So I'm really quite shocked that a lot of companies that make billions of dollars, which I understand they have the legal responsibility to pay their stockholders. But why is there not money that goes out the door to the stockholders that has to? Money to pay the bills, and then a discretionary fund that's just continually building in case something goes, so that you can try to not lay off people right away. And maybe it's not that easy.
I'm by no means a financial expert. I've got proof of that, but I can tell you that the government's spending trillions and trillions of dollars on these bailout. This ain't free money. We're going to have to, we are now talking about trillions of dollars. I don't even know what's after trillions. Is it a zillion? and we're headed that direction. So, I mean, seriously. So everyone's going, yes, I want my bailout. I want my stimulus package. I need that money. We're going to pay that money back somewhere down the line. When the government comes and says, we're going to have to increase your taxes, we're going to have to pay more taxes. There's just no way around it unless I'm missing something here. You can't give away trillions of dollars and then go, just keep it.
That's
especially when you're already trillions of dollars in debt. Like nothing's free.
And you know
nothing's free.
It's the government reacting to everyone crying and screaming. And I get it. I'm going to be one of those people probably in the next few months, kicking and screaming. And guess whose fault it is? Mine. Because I didn't do what the Dave Ramsey program. I didn't listen to my daddy who said, son, have 6 months savings, 6 months of your salary saved up and keep it in the bank. Do that. I preached it to me my whole life. I'm 53 years old. And if I can assure you, I do not have 6 months savings in the bank. I could. All I had to do was listen to him. And so is it my government's fault that I didn't do that? I don't know. Sorry. No, another soapbox.
No, it's not.
It's really not. And so I'm really concerned. I mean, sure, we can all get our stimulus check. It'll be nice to get in the mail and do whatever, but We're going to pay it back.
Laura says
get ready for 40% increase in your taxes.
Laura says privately owned companies definitely have more compassion for their employees. I actually, for the most part, agree with that. I see a lot of privately owned companies doing good stuff.
Better believe it.
Donna says there's not a free thing in life. Happiness is free. Except for if you buy a jet ski. Jet skis cost like $1,200, and those are pretty fun.
On that note, the level of like fun you get out of a jet ski versus what they cost, I don't know what you think a jet ski costs. It's not as much as you think. You can get them for a song on Craig's. Most people just want to get rid of them most of the time. You can get a lot of jet ski and a lot of fun for not that much money.
So the happiness level is up here.
It's
jet ski.
This is the guy with the boat. This guy with the boat. Listen to him.
Well, a boat is different.
The boat's different.
Is instant money out the door. Always money out the door. Jet skis kind of have a different.
That's what I'm saying.
They have a different thing. They don't cost as much to store. You can, tow them behind a Camry.
Yeah. Now, if you can rewind this, go back and look at the expression on his face when he was talking about a jet ski and how awesome it is, and then go look at his expression when he starts talking about his damn boat.
Oh, my boat.
Yeah, a boat is different. I love my boat. I love my boat, and it's worth it to me to cost the money. Like it's just sitting over there in the Dalles, rotting to death right now. But
with no covering,
it'll take thousands of dollars to even get it back to working speed. But I'm just saying, a jet ski, do that.
Rod, yep, pants check. Okay, Tony's
Gray
got
sweats.
Pants.
Gray sweats. We're all set.
Tony's got pants.
Sorry to disappoint you, Ron.
Okay. So we have our theory on why the guns are being bought, which it's funny to me that I did not I went, why would gun sales go up during a virus pandemic? My brain didn't even go there.
In case that virus comes a knocking.
Yeah. I think maybe because I'm already loaded that I don't think that way. Like I'm already prepared. Maybe it's the people who are not prepared that are doing that.
Jen, do you have enough bullets?
Yes.
There's no such thing as enough bullets, Jen.
That is the correct answer, but I do.
Can you tell Jake was misplaced here in the Northwest? I think he should have been born in Texas. I'm not sure.
No, I'm in the right spot. No, I'm in the right place. I just like guns. I think they're fun.
They are fun. Someone says, "Thank God for America." Mm-hmm. This is true. Yeah. Someone says the guns are to protect the toilet paper.
Yeah. There's a bunch of sneaky criminals roaming the streets. You got to be able to defend yourself.
But the guns are not the only thing that we're kind of like itching our head about. It's also cruises, the cruise ship industry. Crazy amounts of people are buying cruises right now. I don't know about you and all the stories coming out about cruises, but I'm not going to get on a boat. I don't.
It increased, I think 10% over last year. They have 10% more people buying cruises right now than this time last year. If that's correct, I'm really thinking it's that I kept reading it over and over again, going, could that possibly be true?
Well, when you're giving away a booking for 3/4 or whatever it is it costs right now to get a cruise,
I get
$20 per person.
Yeah, I get they're cheap, but I don't think you could get me on a cruise. Not even in a year. I'd be like, I don't think so.
Well, it reminds me of sorry, go ahead, Sam.
I was real quick. Okay, so the one that's out, they might have docked by now in Florida, but there was one over the last few days that was off the coast of Florida because there was a big argument because the governor wouldn't allow it to dock, right? When did those people set sail? That was probably within the last week, right? Or two?
Oh, I didn't think of that.
I don't know. Maybe it was one of those around the world cruises where they left, 50 days ago.
Now, the longest you see on average is a 14-day jobber, right? So 14 days ago, jumping on a cruise ship was still a little hinky, but maybe not out of the question.
That's true.
Remember 14 days ago was
I was in Hawaii.
March. Yeah, right.
That's true. Okay, so we'll give them a break. Yeah, we'll give them a break then.
Totally good point. I didn't think of that, Tony. If they're just coming back in now, they were aware when they jumped on the boat.
Right.
Did you guys see that story though of that couple here in Portland? I think KGW did the story that they went on this 24-day rafting trip through the Grand Canyon. Like they got back like a week ago, so they left before any of this was a thing, and they had like no cell service, no TV, nothing. So they literally came back and got to the airport and was like,
where is everybody?
What is going on? And people were like, oh yeah, by the way, there's like this virus going around the entire world and no one's allowed to go anywhere. And they were like, what?
Yeah. A friend of mine's son up near Canada does these dog sled trips, believe it or not.
Oh, fun.
So this was just a while back, but he left and then like a week or two later, he calls his mom and's like, what in the hell happened? It's like, I go away on this, they're out there having fun, not thinking anything. He's like, what is going on? And his mom worked for the airlines. So she was really explaining to him, well, it all hit the fan while you were gone, son. Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe on a cruise ship though, you still have like Wi-Fi, right?
Yeah.
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 Those people, they're not unaware. They were probably like, I hope we're going to be able to get off this boat.
Yeah, nope.
But it seems like so you're buying cruises right now. It reminds me of the, like a week and a half ago, we were talking about, God, you should be buying stocks right now. Buying stocks are a great deal.
Yeah.
I bet if you bought a week and a half ago, you're pretty upset that you bought then, because that's the same thing with cruises right now. It's odd to me that people are buying cruises, even though I'm sure they're very, very cheap, and you're probably booking for a year out. Isn't it going to get cheaper? Is that cruise line still going to be operating a year from now?
Oh, I didn't even think of that. Oh, I don't know. They're getting bailouts though, right? So,
I mean, $1,200. Sure.
I think, yeah. I would totally book. Let's see. I would redo Hawaii a year from now. Like this same time next year, I would book to go again and redo my.
Oh, you got to.
That's fun this time.
What?
Yeah, you're sucked.
Yeah.
That was the worst. Like you can't. My husband, you know how people go through different processes of grieving, like even like little things, like a sucky vacation. I was mad about it, and now we're back home and whatever. My husband has been listening to Hawaiian music on Pandora for 2 weeks. Like
same thing.
He's going through a different grieving process about this trip. Because I asked him yesterday, I said, are you okay? And he was like, yeah, why? I'm like, well, you've been listening to Hawaiian music for 2 weeks and we've been back.
You're walking around in your swimming trunks with a lei around your neck. That's why I was just curious.
He's just so sad. I feel so bad. But it's cracking me up and I like the music. It's good music.
I love it. That's great.
Somebody says they're missing out on umpiring baseball games. Yeah, there's a lot of people missing out on a lot of stuff right now.
I thought about baseball yesterday and I was just like, oh crap. Yeah, we should be in it right now.
Yeah, the whole season is pretty much, unless you guys
opening day would have been tomorrow.
Oh,
first game would have been tomorrow. And now, like, I haven't even talked to my other coaches. We haven't even spoken.
I'm sure everybody's on the same page of this isn't happening. We
got to get back to work, so we'll sign off at this time. But thank you for joining us. We'll be back Monday wearing the same clothes.
I have 3 sweatshirts I cycle through. This is the gray one. You might
I wear my St. Jude shirt every day, one or the other. I have a gray one, a black, and 6 black ones. So it's all good.
Okay. Well, y'all have a good weekend. Stay safe.
Mm-hmm. I'm sure you'll see us doing videos and crap all weekend too. So follow us.
Oh, yeah.
Follow us.
Follow us.
Bye.
That's how you help this business. Just by following us digitally. Keep listening. That's great. Nobody's paying attention to those numbers right now. It's about this stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you could share every single post you see on Tony, Jake, and Jen and the Bulls page, if you could go to our YouTube page and just click the hell out of that thing, then we'll still be here a year from now.
This station is local, if that helps you at all. It's the only local station in town. So.
Yes,
privately
and
owned.
Literally, this is how we're keeping our jobs right now. No joke, real talk. So. Okay.
Especially me, because we know I'm not very freaking talented. So let's go with this, people.
On that note,
when he's got pants on. Bye.